Welcome to the channel, welcome to the workshop, and this is going to be a quick video. 13th of February today, Thursday, which means Aldi released some tools, and I picked some up. It wasn't a massive selection, but I picked some up anyway. I'm really going to do a quick overhead, go through it. The reason it's going to be quick, it's bloody freezing today. It's about 2 degrees in the shed, so let me swap over. Right, as you can see, I only picked up angle grinder cutting discs and grinding discs. There was a few other things there, but these were primarily what I went in for. We all know the pain that if you're doing a job and you need a grinding disc or a cutting disc and you have to go to B&Q, how expensive it is in there. So I thought I'd stock up. Each of these sets were $4.99 each. They did have some flap discs as well, but I didn't need those because when I was at the NEC back in November, I picked up this big stack of them. So I've got all the others. So I was going to quickly go through. So we're going to start with this. So it's a 4-piece diamond cutting set. What's it say here? Diamond cutting disc segmented for dry cuts and mineral materials, and 2 for basically the set thing, but for if you're wetting down. It looks quite interesting, so I'll just have a quick cut these open. Have a quick shufty. Oops. There's not much else on this packaging really. But we do me knife, can't I? Although it has to be for over 18. I'm not sure why, but they are. So what have we got in here? They're the discs. I'm assuming what's there. They're the diamond cutting turbo starts there for the water, so the water to get through. And yeah, standard fit for a normal angle grinder. And then I thought I'd get these. Now these are for cutting metal sheets, pipes and metal, but I do like having some of these thin ones. Because sometimes I find if I'm cutting metal or sheet metal, it's here as well. They proper put some tape on these. Let's try that again. That I sometimes find that having a very thin cutting edge is really beneficial. Now, you do go through these a lot quicker, obviously, and they're not ideal for grinding heavy metal, but I thought these would be quite good. So, what's he got on here now? So, we've got cutting discs. I'll go through all these. These have all got the same sort of limitation. So, how many was in here? There was 11 of these, 115 millimeters. They were 115 millimeters. Maximum are revolutions per minute, 13 and that, well, 13,300. So not a problem with that at all. So there's 11 of these, and just useful to have. So that's that and those. And then there was this set, which was a combination set of cutting and grinding. So we've got 1 grinding for grinding metal, 5 for cutting metal, and 5 for cutting stone. So let's see, total of 11. So let's pop this open. Well, they are beefy, aren't they? Jeez. So I'm assuming that's the grinding disc for metal. Actually, that's quite a nice edge to that for grinding, rather than using a flat disc. You've got something a bit more substantial to grind down. So that's that one. Which ones are these? Cutting disc for stone. Yeah, well, they're gonna really. They are rough. Well, I suppose they should be. Quite useful. I think you'd use these if you do some sort of rough work, like through block work, if you're cutting through. Whereas you'd probably lose that if you're doing something like cutting slate or marble or something more decorative. You wanted a nice controlled cut. So that's those and those. And then we've got some metal cutting discs. Again, they're a little bit thick. Those they'd be useful to have for cutting through something quite thick. But I'd probably end up going something like that if I could, even if it's a big piece of metal. But again, they're just useful to have knocking around the place. Now, I say all these are the same thing. They're all 115 mil diameter and a maximum revolutions per minute of 13,003, which I use the Ferrex. Bear with me a second. Obviously, I've got the Ferrex battery powered angle grinder. And this does absolutely fantastic. I don't think it even goes anywhere near that high. So yeah, that was it. That's all I bought. I thought this was going to be a very quick video. I said, 'cause it's bloody freezing. So what was that? That was 20, 27 of these discs for £15, just shy of £15. I think as something to have in the workshop, ready to go for anything you might need. I think these will be useful, and that kind of price, you ain't going to get stung by having to pop to B&Q, where something like that's going to cost you probably £5 or £6 each. Diamond Edge, they're probably about 10 quid each, I would imagine. I hate having to get the cutting discs from B&Q. So anyway, so yeah, very quick. What I picked up from Aldi this week, I must admit, the selection at Aldi's the tools is really dropping off. I hope they pick the game up, because I know at Lidl, the park side has its own section, so it's always got new tools in it, and you're always guaranteed to have tools. Whereas Aldi at the moment, it just seems to be really hit and miss, and then not all the stores have everything. You've got to be really on the ball of getting there. I have the app, so I can check the brochures that are coming out, the leaflets. But even so, I wish they would. I wish they would start doing more regular, larger tool runs, or have a designated section in store every store just for Ferrex and Woods work zone stuff. But anyway, that's just me moaning. Mainly because there's about 4 or 5 Aldi's really close to where I live, and only one Lidl, which is a bit of a pain. Anyway, made it this far. Thanks for watching. Cheers.